I know there's a lot of people asking, like, do I even need college? Do I want to go to college? Do I want to go back to college? Is this even like worth my time? And there is no 100% like correct answer to that question, right? It's solely based upon what you want to do and how you see your life playing out, right? And it also comes down to whether or not you think you're somebody who can withstand that, right? Because college, it's like another dedication. It's like another investment. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna go to college and like now I'm in college, but my life is the same. No, like college will literally like sculpt your life in a way. It becomes a dominating factor, especially after college too. Once you have to pay for it, I'm graduating with $100,000 in student loan debt. So trust me when I say that the back end of that is also going to bring pressure. Once you sign up for it, you have to deal with it, right? But I know for me, I was telling my mom and stuff like that, I don't want to go to college. Back when I was in high school, right? Like I kind of figured that out sooner than later. And I was adamant. I was like, I just don't want to go. I really don't want to go. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to make my content. There's just other things on my spirit that I feel like I could do that's not wasting my time for 4 years. I could have 4 years of progress, right? Instead of 4 years and a degree. But my mom, she wasn't messing with it. She forced me. And point blank period, I know people be like, oh, don't, you shouldn't have a victim mentality and all that type of shit. It was your choice at the end of the day. Yes, we understand that, right? But we have to look at the circumstance, right? When you're a fresh adult, fresh out of high school, you don't really have that type of mental maturity unless you left the house very early, right? But most children at that, the ones who didn't have to grow up fast, that wasn't the reality, right? So their parents still had a very big hold on them. So if their parents was kind of forcing them to go to college, they went to college. And that's what I did. Regardless of me knowing I wanted to be an entrepreneur, that's what I did. But while I was in college, I still started my business, right? I still started doing my film stuff, my photography, all this other type of stuff. I started marketing myself, just learning. And looking back, I graduated and I saw, there's this discussion, and it was kind of sad reading this because it was the last discussion right before we graduated, literally like a week or two ago. And it was a portfolio thing where you had to like finally like add all the stuff you've learned, all the stuff you did, and get ready to go get a job, right? And all these people in the comments were, in other words, saying, I don't think I'm ready. I don't feel ready. I thought I would have more, I thought my skill set would be sharper. I thought I would have more art by now. I don't feel ready to go get the job. A lot of them feels underprepared. Meanwhile, me on the other hand, I have the stuff that we've been doing in school, but then I also have 3 years of like real life, like experience and stuff like that, and pictures and videos and all this other type of stuff. And it really just opened my eyes to where it's like, wow, you really don't need college. Like I've been around entrepreneurs, like real ones, right? Be surprised the type of people I've interacted with and been around, especially in the music and hip hop scene, look me dead in my face and tell me like that degree does nothing for you unless you want to go get like a job or something at like a studio or something. But you're an entrepreneur, you don't need it at all. And it's crazy because I knew that, but it took somebody outside of me who kind of was like ahead of me in a way to kind of really tell me. But I was getting told this my whole life. But like I said, my mom was the main factor. She was really the only reason why I went to college, because I wanted to make her proud. I wanted her to be happy. I was like, even though I really don't necessarily want to do this, I'm going to go, but then I'm also going to do what I want to do just so I can make you happy. The son's urge to make his mother, proud. So that's truthfully the only reason why I went to college. And what I say is, was it worth it? The experience, any experience is worth it because you learn lessons from it. You get, different insight. I've met people there, I had conversations, so it wasn't just like a complete waste of my time. It opened my eyes to different things. But then I do realize that like 4 years of, you know, actual progress would have probably served me better than 4 years of practicing. But to each his own. Some people may feel like the practice and the wisdom and all that type of stuff is more important. But yeah, if you're gonna go to college, just do it because you want to, and make sure it makes sense. You can go get a trade, do it for way cheaper. You can start showing, bro. We have the internet, we have AI, we have so many different things that you guys can do. Only do the college thing if you truly like have to or you want to. Yeah, and do what you have to. Do what you want to do. Don't let nobody force you into it because it is a very big investment and time investment. So choose wisely. Once again, if something's telling you you don't want to, don't do it because you can always go back later in life. So follow your gut and do the thing that God is kind of telling you to do. There is no right or wrong in this instance, literally.